Hello, Zimbabwe. Just to put it on record, let me just tear a flash of Zimbabwean politics. Let me just say this in respect of our beloved comrade, Mr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. He came into power, as we all know that the situation in Zimbabwe is not well, even to everyone. I think the majority of people in Zimbabwe are suffering untold miseries. I think the majority of those people, some of them are even educated, academic gurus. But it's very surprising. They are just hitting the streets with the short shoes looking for mercy from heaven. But I tell you and I promise you that there is a man behind us. There is a man who is gonna deliver us from all these wars. Let me tell you, consider and speak it to your minds how that our beloved president, Mr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, came into power. You know very well that the situation is not good so much. Considering this, that Mr. former President Robert Gabriel Mugabe left the country in tatters, I assure you. But don't just rush into a conclusion. Why would you discourage your good president? Why would you discourage him? I think you must give him enough time to work on all these wars. Because, truly speaking, the situation prevailing in our political and economic fraternity is not so pleasing. The Zimbabwean current situation is in a sorry state, I want to assure you. And you all know the terrain pretty well. How that this man is trying by all means to get us to a good and better and best Zimbabwe. This is the Zimbabwe I am longing for. This is the Zimbabwe you are longing for. I and you want to live in a better Zimbabwe. So don't just come into a abrupt conclusion whereby you say, hey, this Mnangagwa is doing nothing. Why, my comrades? Why, my beloved fellow friends and fellow partners and fellow patriotic citizens in Zimbabwe? Musango manyo varume ungwata umana matorima matotenga fertilizer matotenga mbeu matorima makutotasira goho ipapo zvingaite ingawani zvinomboda time matenga mafertilizer senyu madiridza muri kuspraya kuti zvisatakwa nemakonye in the likes nezvigwera, then mozotasira wakakuti zvirimwa zvenyu zvava kuibva, then mozotasira wakakukohwa. So tinofanirwa kupawo time, because mukatarisa pakasiyira wa Mugabe zvinhu zvanga zvakaoma. Tiri kutarisira mari kumabhengi, tiri kutarisira mabasa. Employment creation is also needed at large. I think we are heading to the month of January. I think January, February, expecting something great, my comrades. Expecting something better, my comrades. Zvinhu zvine zvava kutochinja. The situation iri muno munyika, ndofunga mese munoona inondisatsitsa. Tine hama dzedu dzakadzidza, nyangwe nesu we are much educated, but employment is not so easy to get. But I want to assure you, because I've been into this situation for a long time. Just imagine, from the year 2000 up to now, I think a lot of street beggars, or I can say a lot of people are being educated, but after completion of their education, people are not getting jobs. It's very sad. It's really heart-rending. It's really belly aching that people are not even getting employed. Otherwise, they are going off to Australia, South Africa, New Zealand, and Canada to look for employment so that they might improve their lives. But I think it's high time for our brethren out there to come back in Zimbabwe, because I see a better Zimbabwe. I see a better Zimbabwe alongside our president, our beloved comrade Dambudzo Mnangagwa. Varume, this man, I think he is heading for a better development and to improve our country Zimbabwe at large. Zvinondifadzawo kuti inini ndiri kugara muno muZimbabwe, ndawanawo basa muno, iwe neni tine basa rekushandira nyika. Sijai zvokuita macorruption izvo. And I urge each and everyone as long as you are a Zimbabwean citizen, makatsungirira mukagara muno, and mukakwanisa kuti mumache, handiti izvozvo zvinofadza, makamacha mukaita pati yenyu, so mumupaiwo nguva yake, murumewe aitewo basa rake. I think corruption is now a thing of the past, as it was said by the president at his inauguration day. Corruption, jobs, azvizvongotaura nemuromo, but practically we are exercising it here. And let's go on the ground. We are doing it theoretically, then we are going to the field so that we might implement and fulfill our consent. The voice of the people, Mr. President, is to be respected, recognized, and appreciated. If you do this, I think one of our, because each and every Zimbabwe is looking for a better Zimbabwe. What am I saying if I say a better Zimbabwe, whereby employment is created, whereby cash at banking can be accessed anytime, any amount you want? Food, shelter, accommodation. These three, I say to you, we have to consider it that each and every Zimbabwean and a foreigner have to access and enjoy this without any demarcation line stretched upon him or her. So, I think Zimbabwe, this is the time. This is the time. We played our role well. After playing our role, we are now handing it over to the hand of the president, or to the hands of the president, and say, Mr. President, we did our part. We are waiting for you. We want to have better and good relations with Western countries, or not to say, keep my Zimbabwe and I will keep my Zimbabwe and keep your England, or keep your England and I'll keep your Zimbabwe. Azvishandi izvozvo, because if you say that, the majority is going to suffer. You see, the majority is going to suffer.